We're not. We will be in just a moment. I will welcome you all to the last segment of day one of the finals of the U.S. team trials. It's been great bridge all day, guys. Adam, you were broadcasting in the second set, I believe, and welcome back to the third, and welcome Greg Humphreys. And here we are at table whatever, one or two. We're at a table with Joe Guru, Brad Moss, Hampton, and Greco. And let's
Why
dance,
aren't we
gentlemen.
watching Steve and Bobby?
Whoa. Well, already in here, Adam, with a complaint at like trick one here. What's going
Getting called
on?
out.
We will cycle back and forth, I promise. But
Hi, everybody.
we know you have a Steve Weinstein, obsession. So we will get to Stevie, I promise.
Some would call it a fetish.
I'm Bobby's bodyguard.
That is true. That's an amazing story.
So it's interesting. At the other table, it's already gone two passes. Kevin Bathurst, who is sitting in the west chair, opened a club. And as Adam mentioned, Weinstein and Levin are north and south at that table. Bathurst west, Hurd east. And you would expect West to do something, but they play strong clubs, so they can't just open one club here. Would they maybe open a major here and treat this a little weird?
Yeah, open a spade. That seems normal.
Yeah.
Playing strong club.
And just a double by Joe
Interesting
there.
to double.
Not a no trump. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, one no trump overcalls are fraught. They're a little dangerous, especially because responder has a penalty double. But here, responder's a passed hand, and you're not vulnerable.
Two
But the
hearts,
only
just
thing
a good
you have
spade
going
raise
for it
with
is four hearts. I don't know.
constructive spade raise.
It's interesting. Yeah.
What's up, Krish? I recognize your name on both platforms. Welcome on YouTube. Welcome on Twitch. Comments, questions for these gentlemen. Is this our third time together or second? I can't remember. Every day blurs together, but
It's
it's second together as a full group, I think.
it seems like forever.
It was too long.
So most people these days, when it goes a major double, play transfers, and so they have a few ways to raise spades, and this shows a decent raise.
Stiff King offside is my favorite commenting team. I believe that's Adam Parrish's
Aw.
handle.
Yeah, it's
Adam
Adam's
Radari,
Smurf account.
Allison Radari, sorry, mine too. I believe that is Humphrey's alter ego also.
Oh, I have several accounts.
No, just
So,
kidding. We
one
know who
thing-
Allison is.
One thing that's interesting about it is that Joe and Brad in this exact auction play that two hearts is the weak spade.
We
raise.
noticed that in the last set, actually. They whipped that out,
And,
and it was a surprise to us. So
Yeah,
they
we were
reversed it.
kicking around. I was kicking around some ideas about why they might do that. And because when you have the weaker hand, it's like you would think maybe I don't want to give the opponents any extra opportunities to double because they're more likely to have stuff. But what happened on that hand was he bid two hearts to show the weak raise, and Nick, or it was a Chip, I don't know, whoever it was, not Chip, but whoever was in West seat, got to double two hearts because it's like only the two level.
Yeah, gotcha.
And then he kind of buried his partner who thought he had like he's had like an ace and a queen or something and was just like, but I have four hearts and I need to let my partner know. And a hand he would never bid at the three level on. Now I don't know if that's part of the calculation or not, but I would be fascinated to ask them why.
I will ask them, Greg. Thank you for
Yeah,
that, because that's a really good question. We were kind of talking about that earlier as well.
Yeah.
I mean, here Brad doubled two hearts.
Harsh duality.
On nothing.
Harsh dude.
That just sounds like an alt account, just based on its face. Harsh duality.
Yeah, nobody would have that actual name.
What does the
Sounds-
crown mean next to them? Have they paid like?
That's Twitch Prime.
Oh, Twitch Prime, nice.
He's got Amazon Prime and he linked it to his Twitch account, which gives you one free subscription a month.
Ooh, thank
that's
you.
sweet.
Good plug.
And that sweet crown.
That's
Well, you have to have a big enough Twitch account to get subscribers.
What if I have like?
But you'll get there. Don't worry about it.
I can't transfer my YouTube subscribers to Twitch.
Well, Twitch subscribers pay money. YouTube subscribers, there's people that smash that subscribe button. Don't forget to click
That's
like
right.
and
By the way,
subscribe.
smash that subscribe button right now, folks, on YouTube. Smash the follow button also. I want to get by the end of the mix, I'd like to get the Twitch followers on the USBF page. I want to get that to 1,000. We're at 831. Climbing.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
We need
Tell your friends. Tweet about it.
169 more. Follow.
Send
I
us a tweet.
clicked it.
Post
All
it
right,
on
That's
Truth
good.
fine.
Social. Let's get it out there.
And don't do this. Don't do it the fake way. Don't just create 38 different accounts and subscribe.
Hey, numbers are numbers, man. Um,
All right, so they're
every time
playing
you
three
follow the
speeds here.
USBF account, Bart Bramley has promised to play 1% faster.
Ooh, wow. It's a win for all of us, I guess. So what's he got here? He's going to lose a spade, a heart,
It's like a spade, a heart,
and
and
the club situation is probably a
couple
couple
clubs, maybe?
clubs, and we're talking that's in the ball game. You ever have any chance of losing control here at all? Not with the diamonds being as good as they are and the ace king on.
Yeah.
Everything's
I mean, it looks
splitting.
like the right lead, getting the trumps out.
Hmm.
Um, so he might never get to rough a club here, right? Like he maybe should have put up an honor from the dummy so he could lead clubs up to his
And here
hand.
goes Brad clear.
Maybe,
Sorry,
but I
Joe
mean, he
clearing
can
trumps.
he can afford 2 club losers on power, and
Sure.
Right.
He's just
He's just, making sure he makes it.
yep.
I guess there's some club layouts where he might not like.
It's a slight surprise that Hampton's 6'5" also, but they'll know he doesn't have like a one club opener option, at least in their partnership.
Donate $10 to make Greco play 1% faster. Um, I see. I don't think Eric
Does
would go for
Greco
that.
play deliberately like that? I don't,
Oh, he's
He's-
maybe the worst.
so
He's
Hampton
pretty-
must be fast then, because they
Jeff is pretty fast. I was once running view graph in the finals of the team trials. This was like 10 years ago. And it was Greco and Hampson against Weinstein and Levin at the table. And there was a hand where Greco took so long that Bobby actually fell asleep, like actually
I've
fell
heard this
asleep at the
story,
table. And 10 minutes later, Greco emerges with a card, and someone has to sort of nudge Bobby awake. He's like, and it's the middle of the hand. I mean, we're like 6 or 7 tricks in, and he has to try to piece together what's happened,
I have to
and
fall
ends
asleep.
up misdefending. I mean, it was just a part score.
North
And,
South cold for 6 spades here, actually.
whoa.
On a little bit of handling, it looks like. Well, maybe not. They might not be able to untangle themselves to get a
Yeah,
club
club.
pitch and a heart hook.
Right.
Although-
Probably gives you a little
Well, you
trouble.
don't need the heart hook, it turns out, as the cards are. So
Right, because it's stiff
Right.
green on side. Yeah.
Right. And if you're playing from the north side, they can't attack clubs on the opening lead.
So just a reminder, to everybody, Joe and Brad, the north-south pair here, play a variable system based on their vulnerability. And when they're vulnerable, they play a more natural system. So 2 clubs here is kind of your traditional strong 2, even though it's only this many points. My goodness, it's 4 losers, basically. So treating it as a very strong single-suited hand. You didn't think
Yeah.
it was quite good enough for 3 spades, though, right? Unless they have some other methods there, possibly.
It's close, but opposite a passed hand, the chances of slam are not great.
Here's
Right.
a-
3 spades says this is trumps, but
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
usually a
Brad's
pretty
not
decent.
gonna-
it's
What-
man's a cupid. Yeah, you need it.
Yeah, you're not good enough for that as far as the strength of it. But there's a quote in the chat, and
Also
from-
keeps
from
3-0 in the
Wolpert.
picture. Just saying.
Gavin Wolpert, if there's a slow board, it's Greco's fault. Even if Greco is sitting out that set, it's Greco's fault. So apparently Greco has a lot of sway over pace at the table.
It's the other thing about 2 spades is it keeps 3-0 in the picture, and sometimes 9 tricksers. Whoa,
Whoa,
5
pick a slam.
All right,
Hello.
Brad.
And Brad, you can. I mean, as a 10 count, his partner is showing this very strong hand. And
hmm
what are you picking?
Well,
I mean, a
I
6
have
no
ace,
is,
king, queen, 7th of spades. I think that should
it seems like
probably
that's
be
the
it.
obvious choice, but
Right. Like I could make this sequence on 6
7, 8, 9,
mediocre
just-
spades. So
And I mean, it's not like 6-0 is going to make without the spades coming home.
correct.
Right.
So you're going to need that to
So
dance in
there's
either
n-
one. You might as well be
there's
safe
n-
with it.
There's not a lot of layouts you can come up with where 6-0 makes and 6 spades doesn't.
We had a
Now,
poll. We had a poll in the last set, guys. While we're waiting for this to pass out and start play, who's your dream World Open pair partners? And if you guys say yourselves, you're just you make
my
me
dream
sick.
partner, if I wanted to play the World Open pairs.
Correct. Who's your dream partner? Don't make me sick by picking yourselves. I don't want to hear
Well, you
this.
can't partner
I
yourself.
don't want to. No, I mean, don't
I'm
pick
gonna pick-
Adam.
I
You
would
can't pick
I
Greg.
would play with Greg.
No,
I mean,
no,
I
you can't.
couldn't-
No, that's not allowed. It's like picking your spouse. That's not
All right.
allowed.
So is my goal to win the event or to
Yeah, I
have
mean,
the
whatever.
maximum
Your
amount
goal
of
can
fun?
be whatever it is. You probably want to have. You can do a mixture of both, but I mean, I would guess you would want a good mixture of both. I would say.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I ever have as much fun at the bridge table as when I'm playing with Jenny Carmichael. So, we just laugh and laugh and laugh the whole time, which is great.
All right, then there's your choice.
So she'd have to be in the mix.
Did you win the mixed pairs with her, by the way?
A couple times?
Yeah, exactly. So that proves that having fun at bridge can lead to some really good results as well. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the two are related, but we had a good
They're
time.
both fine bridge players, also.
I mean, I'd play with Steve or Bobby.
It's Weinstein. Stop it.
Yeah, I mean, they're
Yeah, so, yeah.
good friends and mentors, and
So the last set, I had Adam Grossack, Josh Don, and Michael, and it was Helgamo I believe for Grossack.
Okay.
Michael said he would love to play with Joel Wooldridge. He loves seeing him play. I think that was Michael, and then Josh Don was Bilda, I believe. So all for similar reasons, like fun / let's go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if my goal is to win at all costs, I might go Lotan Fisher.
Yeah, Lotan's got to be up there. I mean, that dude has
As long
some
as you
incredible
play,
results,
wait,
but-
as long as you play your cards right.
I'd play his
Yeah, I
system.
mean, well, anybody I play with, we'd have to have some discussion ahead of
Oh,
time.
sorry, Michael Rim said Helgamo. Excuse me, sorry, Michael. I don't mean to put so. But didn't you? Who said Joel then? Somebody said Joel. Maybe it was. I don't know.
Five fantasy writer.
Allison's mentioning symphony tickets for you, Adam. I don't know what that means, but apparently
Does
you bought her off.
Does the
Does
Queen
the
of
Queen of Hearts set it?
Hearts?
Because it kills the entry
For the diamond
to
card.
pitch the club.
It does,
but
in
you
fact.
can,
But I
just
think you
force
can-
an
Now
entry
you
on
just-
power,
now
right?
you
Like,
just
Force
play
an
hearts
entry later.
and pitch a
Yeah.
club. On
you
the
like
lawn.
win it, draw trumps, lead a heart to the 9.
Yeah, you always have an entry at that point after drawing trumps.
It's close though. I mean, it's
Great idea.
a
Yeah.
nice idea.
And don't forget,
Brad had I mean,
Adam said Joel. There, thank you, Stephanie, in the YouTube chat. Adam said it was Joel. I agree with him, by the way. I love playing. Other than this tempo, which Adam, that's why you wouldn't pick Joel, because we know you hate slow play.
Yes, this is true. I could not play with Joel.
Okay, I have a great question.
Guy.
Do you hate slow play more than you like Stevie?
Yes.
like if
That's a
Steve
good
were
question.
slow,
No. Well, oh yeah. If Steve were really slow.
exactly Steve, but
Exactly,
slow.
Steve, but like 10%
it's-
space.
It's not close. I would not play with.
Okay, all right. Now we've established it. Perfect.
Not
Yeah,
close.
I think you would rather that your partner just gets the hands wrong.
Well done by the North-South pair here.
And
1430 in the books.
well done, by the way, to pass 6 spades. Like,
He thought about it for quite. Whoa! Holy mackerel!
who shuffled these?
I don't know, but it's going to be a
Computer
fun
hands?
set. If this is what keeps going. Is this
These
the?
computer hands?
I was just going to say, is this stack week? These
So what do you
hands are
open with the
crazy.
left hand? 1 heart, 4 hearts.
Just the one, I think.
1 seems right.
Partner could be over there with 8 spades, you know.
Joe's got
Yeah.
the best hand at the table, basically, but he's not aware of what's about to happen.
Right.
No, I don't know. I feel like Joel's gotten faster. I don't know. At least from whatever. Joel can take all the time he needs. The guy is just amazing, especially in match points. My goodness.
We played against him in the fast pairs last year. We were like, "What's he doing in this event?" And then we like bid an unmakeable slam against him.
Yeah. There was a
It
time
went
when we were all just hanging out in someone's hotel room and Joel was there and we were playing bridge variants and Barbu and mess around. And
Pardon.
he wanted to play a game called Insta Bridge, where it was exactly bridge, but if you took any time to make any decision, bid or play,
You get
you
penalized a
instantly
certain
lost.
amount.
No, you lost the hand.
Okay.
Like the hand was over. Um,
So a Zip Swiss on steroids.
yeah, it was like bullet chess.
Yeah.
This was Joel's suggestion.
Hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, and we all just like looked at each other
He was
like,
probably still pretty good at it.
"Who are you, and what have you done with Joel Wooldridge?" Oh yeah, he was so good at it. Gavin once told me like he used to play on teams with Joel a lot, and they would get slow play penalties. And I asked him about it, and he's like, I would rather invest the 3 imps here and there
For the 50 he's going
for
to
the
grant you,
yeah. He's just
throughout
like
the
if Joel is in the tank, the expected imp win is more than the loss. So he's just looking at those slow play penalties from like a purely results.
right.
It's like the cost of doing business.
Joel Wooldridge is who we're talking about, folks, for the question there. You can Google him or there's four spades right there.
Fast.
Joel is at some point the youngest life master. He also is honestly he's got to be one of the finest match point players out there. In fact, he and Kent just shipped the platinum pairs at the last nationals, so
That's right.
it's the most prestigious pair event you can get, other than the world events.
Yeah, he's not bad at bridge.
Well, in the junior house where we all were, I was sitting around one day, and the poll was if you have a gun to your head and you need someone to make one no trump doubled, who do you want playing it for you? And Joel was by far the number one choice, and Helgamo got a vote too, though,
Joel
obviously.
will be up there. I mean,
Versace maybe.
Zia maybe.
Yeah.
Five clubs doubled passed out here. I
Wow.
mean, what was happening to four spades anyway?
Good question. It's
They've got a spade loser, obviously, and a heart,
and a couple of diamonds, right?
probably a couple diamonds. Yeah, so
So
four spades looks
But
like
it's not
five
making.
clubs is just like making an over trick.
Yeah. In fact,
yeah,
you can't touch six. He's gonna guess clubs. The diamonds are just amazing.
yeah. I mean,
Right, there's 11 top tricks in the minors
I mean,
plus a
good
heart.
luck getting to this slam with that hand in the East player's chair. But why don't we sweat this board when the other table gets to it? Looks like they're about a board and a half behind us at the moment, maybe a little more.
uh, they're
They're on 46 right now, bidding it.
yeah. No, they're on this.
Playing 46.
What?
Am I?
No, both tables are in the middle of board 48. I have them both
Ooh,
open.
ooh, excuse me. My window was slow
Yeah, no,
in
the
my
other
other
table.
screen there. It
Hey,
refreshed it.
June Pak is in the chat. Oh my God, that takes me back.
The other
Love me-
table is also in
Love
five
me
clubs
some
doubled.
June.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, five clubs doubled
Welcome, June.
by Stevie. I love me some June Pak, man. What a smart dude that is.
Well, I remember a story where Hurd was playing with Wooldridge, and he's like, God, I wish he would play faster because I can go tell him that we won, and he doesn't have to think anymore. He's just like, he'd walk down, and he was like, oh, yeah, you won by like 3 boards, guys. You don't need to do it. You don't need to think anymore.
Well, this will just be an exciting push.
Yeah.
In addition to being
Fascinating.
a fine bridge player, June also is, I believe, a world-class crossword puzzle nerd.
Oh, love that.
Yeah.
I used to be a phone man in my past life, guys, and that was kind of the test to be a phone man. Could you do a crossword puzzle in under 20 minutes?
I know he's written some for the New York Times. And June, do you like? He has
Also
like
a Jeopardy
Will
champion,
Schwartz's
correct?
job at. Yeah, he was on Jeopardy.
Yes.
He had Will Schwartz's job at some other newspaper, I think. I don't know all the details. And also his son Sam is also a very good bridge player. But June and I were I knew June when I was in grad school
Strong club by North here.
ages ago. Yeah, so Gruen must play strong club when they're not vulnerable. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, and like an aggressive one spade over
Yeah.
call
They
over the
people
strong
have
club.
been messing with their strong clubs like all with all the strong clubs. Like there was a hand where Chip overcalled a one hard over a strong club with a hand worse than this, I think.
Yeah. I mean, the the theory is
All
that
tricks.
their
No
system
swing. It's
is
just five clubs
pretty
double.
good
Double here is
when
just
you.
game forcing for their agreement over one spade.
Uh,
Yeah, James Holzhauer, also a bridge player,
yep.
and
I
he actually
see
played with
that.
Shane Blanchard in the Vegas Nationals in some pair event, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
They have professional sports gambling as something that they bond over bridge. Holzhauer is like unbeatable at Jeopardy, though. I mean, he certainly has been beat before. My God, you see some of those. They re-roll like the Tournament of Champions, and it's just like,
Yeah, he's one of the few people that held his own with Ken Jennings.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, James played in the USBC
last
last year.
year. Oh,
I
nice.
did not know that. I first met James at a midnight game.
So, who wants to play? We're going to start. We've talked about starting a ViewGraph Open Trials team for. Do we have one next year, or is it? Yeah, we would have one next year because it's the Bermuda Bowl. Would you guys? Are you guys in?
For the trials?
Yeah.
Like
Uh,
the commentators from
Only
this
people
year.
that were on the ViewGraph this year
oh
and
wow.
American can play. Basically, that's the rule.
I mean, if the logistics allowed, I'd love to.
We could field a reasonably good
I
team
like
to lose in the first round. I mean,
I
it
like
would be
June's
close.
idea of Twitch plays USBC. That Twitch did this experiment years ago where they wrote a chat bot that allowed Twitch chat to play Pokemon. So they had this hacked up version of a Pokemon game, and everyone was spamming, it's old Pokemon, so it's either like up, down, left, right, A or B. Like there's only
Simple
six inputs
controls.
you can
Yeah.
have, and it would take the most frequently pressed input over the last, whatever window of time. And there were a couple of different, there was chaos mode where every single input was entered. And then there was like a majority rules kind of thing where it would sample it. And over time, the hive mind actually beat the game.
Interesting.
Could do the same thing with
We
bridge.
should try that. That's a great idea.
It's a cool idea.
So this is interesting. I mean, he could actually duck this for a huge win here. I don't think he can figure out to play low though. What do you think?
I mean, what could the six be from? It's the lowest spot
Agreed.
out there.
He might intuit that declare just as stiff honor or this. This is final.
Right.
So, but
Right.
now the clubs will. He won't have an entry to his hand for his tricks.
Well, I mean,
Although,
but does
what does declare
does
have?
uh
Excuse me.
does Joe have
Four,
nine
five,
tricks
six,
without
seven.
letting
He
him
only
in with
has
a
eight.
dime?
He only has eight on a successful heart finesse. Can he end play east for a spade trick? No.
Let's say he wins this and plays 3 rounds of hearts.
So he can just
Eggs.
get a spade
Ace of
trick,
diamonds, king of diamonds, and then yeah, force a spade trick, right? King of spades,
right?
ten of spades. Good luck.
Right. Just duck
Game
the ten of
over.
spades
Yep,
and
exactly.
come back.
At the other table, they are same contract from the South chair instead, which meant the opening lead at their table was
Shockingly, East West didn't come into Steve and Bobby's auction.
yeah, exactly. They had an unimpeded auction to three no Trump
Or or Joe
and
is desperately trying to figure out what the heck
West
the
let it
club
club.
position is here.
So it was another club lead from the West chair where the Queen scored in Dominatric 1. That leaves a nice position for any win in that hand to come through a club and cripple them.
Right.
Yeah, in the auction in the other room, Steve reversed. And I think Steve and Bobby kind of invert the normal meanings of two spades and two no trump
They
there.
they did in fact, and so they used Tuna Trump as a game force essentially, and that's how it
Yeah.
went three
And so
spades
the
three no.
two spades could be the extra spade length, or it could be the negative bid, as I recall.
It's always nice to
Uh,
have somebody in the commentator chair that knows the system well. You
Yeah.
definitely know there. Oh, he ducked this one.
S- Steve explained to me at some length at one point why he feels that rebidding your second suit, um, or rebidding your first bid suit as responder is better to use as the sort of Leben
As the
Sol-ish
Levin
kind of
saw.
bid. And
Right.
he explained it for a while, and I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. And then I forgot, and I can't even begin to reconstruct the details of why.
But do you just hold
Uh,
it out now that it's true and just
well,
accept that
no, I
at
mean, I
some
think
point
it's
you understood it?
no, I think it's one of these things where like if you don't if you don't know all of the reasons and follow-ups, then it's like just a live grenade in your hands.
Yeah.
I think part of it is about siding no Trump, but I think there's more to it than that. Anyway,
Well, this
What just
contract is now
what just happened there? By the way, it went club
well,
to the
just
king, and then he just floated a diamond through.
yeah,
yeah.
he
So
ducked
he's
the
going
club and
down
then
now. Yeah. He ducked the club, but then it went club to the dummy, and now
yeah,
diamond to the 10.
Diamond he just yeah,
He doesn't
ducked
know
10
that the
east.
diamonds are
Yeah.
4-1.
Yeah.
So
Now east is sort of kind of end played-ish, but
But not.
they're gonna get another trick at the wash here.
Yeah, and he still doesn't have enough tricks. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not enough, Mr. Grew. Unfortunate.
well, that'll be a pickup for nickel.
And the heart pitch won't matter here. He just needs to make sure he keeps his spades intact in the east chair. There it is, down one, and that is a swing, folks.
Big
10
swing
imps
for
to
nickel.
nickel, and we are now 1 imp for nickel. They have
Oh, new
surged,
leader.
not surged ahead. I guess I wouldn't call it. They have pumped ahead. Excuse me. Wait, they already popped in. No, sorry. Excuse me.
Oh, it's not a new lead. Oh, they had already added it
That's
in.
a fat.
Excuse me.
They're faster than the NBA scoreboard on this. This love bridge has got it going on here. All right, guys, we have to ask the question now. We're ahead of the other room, or we're close to it. On the next hand, who would you like to climb in the mind of? Or would you like to switch tables and climb into the mind of Steve Weinstein, Levin, Hurd, or Bathurst? You choose.
Um,
Or maybe the audience should choose.
I mean, I
Who
would
do
just.
you want us to watch?
I would.
Audience?
We could set up a poll, but I mean, there's 8 options, so that's gonna be a big old poll.
Well,
and
let's confine it to this table. We
on
have
the
4
faster
choices.
table.
We have
Okay.
Grew, Moss, Hampson, Greco. Next hand, we're gonna sit with one of them and just watch their hand.
You know, they made me a
Let's see
mod
what
so
this
that I could
result
make
is.
polls, but it's still not offering me the option to make a poll. So maybe moderators can't make polls, and I'm just was just confused.
If I had more room on my screen, I would look for it, but
Yeah,
I'm on my mobile workstation. So, what's Joe thinking about here? He has a nice hand opposite a double.
I mean, I'm gonna vote for Brad, but I'm only one vote.
Adam.
That sounds good to me because it's south and that won't confuse me.
Well, then my vote doesn't count. Oh, wait. We have a Joe Grew vote
Joe, yeah,
in
I
the
mean,
chat. Stephanie, your vote counts. Twitch
certainly
chat.
is.
Are you going to
Certainly
let
my
But the
second.
YouTube
thing
chat
is,
just take
if
you
you're
over?
Brad, you get Joe as your partner. Maybe that's worse.
Either way, it's fun. You know, that's what
Yes.
you're really sweating a partnership. Oh,
June votes
June
for Joe.
votes for Joe.
Oh, June. Okay.
and we did. I will also tell you this: we did sit in the Brad chair last set. So, wait,
okay.
there's a vote for Kevin. Bridge Galaxy. I'm
Uh,
pretty sure that's Kevin's wife, Kata. If it is, say hello. No, I'm just kidding. All right,
Honker,
we have
Honker
a
votes
vote.
for the player sitting
The
south.
player sitting south. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
it
always a
is-
good one because then the board will
It
make
is
sense
tough to have
at
the
the
board
table.
rotated.
Keep voting, folks. We will not sit in the chair until
A couple more
until
Brads
after
on
this hand.
YouTube.
Yep, Brad's getting some heat here.
Come on, Twitch. Don't let YouTube outvote you
YouTube
guys.
is outvoting Twitch, and it's impressive.
And if we sit in Brad's seat, Bobby's in our seat at the other table, which
That's
is
true.
always.
That's true. West, we want to sit. There's another Brad vote. Haroon and Harris. Haroon and
I mean,
Harris.
we can do it more than once.
I think this is the person that yeah, exactly. We can always sit in some other seats, but I think this is the partner of Onum in a China tournament or something. We were talking to you the other day.
Why are we alerting passes? What's good?
I will
We
tell
really
you, sir.
need to alert the fact that we didn't have a support
So
double.
two diamonds was a good hand with spades. After this, just 4+
Oh, I
hearts,
guess-
and now
yeah.
pass is no 3 hearts.
That makes sense. Yeah, because a lot of players play transfers over a minor double, so they give up on the value showing redoubles. redouble. It's
Right.
just like he'd bid a heart, and now all your normal inferences about support doubles and so forth
Gaining a little
show
bit
up.
of operating room, possibly. All
Arise.
right.
So, I mean, Moss is not thrilled at how this auction has continued after his double,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
and
Like hearts on his left and
His
partners all
partner shows
excited with
spades. Yeah.
spades. Well, um, I mean, I would think he just bids two spades here.
I agree. Right.
yeah,
What
two
else is
spades
he
is
was
fine.
he choosing to do?
Like you
Yeah,
don't
well,
bury yourself deeper.
it's
June
especially true
brings a good
for
point in.
precision one diamond because the diamond could be nonsense. I mean, I play this even in a 2/1 structure over any one minor, um, but you're right. I mean, it's less clear.
Yeah. But yeah, Greg, we play this for sure.
Yeah,
Greg
and
has the most professional setup of any of the
two
commentators.
hearts.
Clearly.
Uh, well, he can't bid two hearts. The two diamond bid showed spades.
Yes, exactly. That's why we're thinking that
Um,
Brad might just bid two spades
what
and just
West had showed hearts. Yeah, I think Brad would just bid two, so I don't know what else he could do.
right. He doesn't want to proceed any further here
This
with
is
this hand.
this is the situation we were talking about this a couple days ago, where when it goes a suit double and the responder shows a second suit, which here is hearts. Now you have two Cubids available, right? He's got a
We did
diamond
see
Cubid,
something
he's
like
got
that.
a
Yeah.
heart Cubid, and those would show spades and clubs respectively with good hands. And so if you bid spades or clubs, that's the weaker of the two.
He floated
Two
it.
two hearts here would be a cubid.
Whoa.
They're playing two
Whoa,
diamonds in the
whoa,
north.
whoa. They were not on the same page on this one.
They missed something here.
Wow.
So let's take a look. First off, just real quick, we saw some questions here, just clarifying.
Oh,
West's
sorry.
redouble just showed 4+ hearts, right? It was just a heart showing bid. North assumed they were showing a good hand with spades, and it appears that South has misconstrued this, and they're vulnerable too. This could be a big minus score where they don't rate to be at least this bad off in other places for sure.
Right.
Oh.
I'm not sure. Not sure I understand the question. Stiff Jack. Seriously, why not two hearts? West showed
West
hearts.
showed hearts, stiff jack.
Yeah.
I think that's what the uh-oh might be.
Well, this is a pretty big uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Unless
this
this
is where, these partnership agreements about how you treat the precision one diamond opening, right? Because do you treat it like an actual one diamond and so that the cubids are the same, or do you have some
or do
other
you have like a
so
natural two diamond bid available there and you treat it just like
right?
I mean this is a very good thing to see if you're an advancing player out there, folks. Here's one of the best partnerships in the entire world playing in a 2-2 fit. I mean it's going to
Yeah,
happen.
it's a very long-standing partnership against what for them should be a fairly bread and butter kind of auction. Uh, so yeah, it is a surprise.
Yep. Yep.
Now they've a little bit of saving grace here is that their counterparts in the other room got a small minus score. So obviously they're not going to make two diamonds,
Yep.
but um, this isn't going to be some sort of gigantic loss. It's not like they have a game in another strain or something. So it will contain
I don't
the
think Brad's ever going to
size
think
of
to
the
want to
damage.
play hearts here with a heart bidder on his left, especially a 4+ heart bidder. I think he kind of can intuit that that's probably not his best spot. But
Yeah, I mean it's really tough to. When's the last time when it goes a diamond and you double and it goes a heart on your left? Uh,
Right.
even if the fourth hand has hearts, four or even five of them, there's still not. It's not easy to actually get to hearts.
yeah.
Uh,
Well, I believe all the votes are in,
mm,
and I believe Brad is a slight favorite or a winner of our informal poll of which player do we want to get in the mind of.
yeah.
So we'll jump into two minds, Brad and Joe's on the next hand.
So at the other table on this, it went basically the same. Instead of the redouble showing hearts, Bathurst just bid hearts, and Steve made the same two diamond bid, showing a good hand with spades, and then like wouldn't stop bidding. Bobby kept putting the brakes on, and Steve forced the hand to slam
Are you
or to
watching the other
game.
table, boys, at
And
this point?
I have it open.
I have both tables open.
Okay, so we need to hide the second table then, and we'll do it the next hand. We can't be looking at that hand.
Well,
Oh,
Hey,
yeah, I
hey,
haven't actually seen it.
if you're going to be sweating a player, we have to
I,
do it without,
I have the tables open should I need them, but I'm not like
good. So you
you
haven't
can
We're
trust.
good. We
seen
can
board
we can watch
51
the
yet?
next thing.
Okay, good.
So
Haven't
the
seen 40.
poor Brad has to watch his opponent's cross rough and separate all four of their remaining
I know,
trumps here.
keep scoring them all as they should individually. Ouch. So that's 7, 8 tricks for East West, and then Brad has the rest, right?
Well, I mean, Eric's going to play a club here, and Brad has to. Oh well, queen of clubs. Okay, there's no
Yeah,
guess.
that's an
If
easy
he played a
one.
low
So
club, he might have to guess what to do.
sure. And there's the ball
That's
game.
the rest. Yeah. So East West made their contract. They
That's
made North South's contract.
exactly right. So five
But look,
imps
I
to
mean, it's only a
nickel.
5 imp loss, so
Yep.
it's one of these things like, yeah, you had a big whoopsie and it's embarrassing, and a bunch of people watched you on the internet, but 5 imps,
Yep.
you know.
It seems like one of them should have doubled.
That's the other thing for advanced players. Don't double when your opponents do
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
this,
When
because
your opponents are making mistakes, don't interrupt them. Right?
one of them,
Just let them keep
is
going.
probably gonna, yeah.
I wonder what the conversation in the rooms is like, because they're sitting in a room with one of their opponents on
That's
their
true.
on their little Chromebooks. Like,
Yeah, Winston Samuel, dummy does see declares hand, I believe. Am I right, guys? When we have
Uh,
tablets in play, or
I
I
think
think
so.
so.
I
Yeah.
believe so. But
It. Yeah. I imagine since they're alone, it's very easy for when two diamonds double goes all pass for Joe to say something uh off color to Eric.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly,
And then Brad
exactly.
sees the dummy come down and has some choice words to share with Jeff, and
So Brad evaluating this strong club, which makes sense. He's primed out, 3 aces and
Yeah,
a
it's
king,
interesting
four by
though. Like
one.
most people who play a strong club play, 16 plus if you're unbalanced.
Yeah,
I mean,
17 if you're flat.
most of them have told me that upgrading doesn't work very well.
Well,
Uh,
well,
that,
particularly
like if
because
you have a ton of shape, maybe, but like I wouldn't expect this
on
sort of
this
hand to get
on this hand,
upgraded.
if you open a diamond and partner responds a
ooh,
major, you have an easy three major bid.
ooh, in the YouTube chat, we're the you don't see declares hand,
Oh,
so
you don't
it
see
is a real table feel because in the real table
interesting.
feel you wouldn't see declares hand. That makes sense. It's a little more secure that way, I would guess.
Yeah.
You can't just flip your tablet open where your hand is.
So Anker pointed out this isn't really upgrading. Well, no, I mean when precision players talk about this, they really are talking about like high card point type. The hands were like, I don't have the high card points for this, but it's good enough to open a club. They do it very rarely.
Al, I'll
How
pop
do
a
you
link
see
in there
YouTube
for you,
chat?
but
Yeah, you gotta go to YouTube.
and also guys, there was a chat in there earlier from Stiff King Offside. You're absolutely right. When Brad and when Brad and Joe are outside talking about this hand afterwards, or any hand, they are the most polite and they can't wait to apologize first. And that's like every other
Yeah.
pair I see here. They're all just no
I
one's
wonder.
screaming or yelling at each other. They're going over it. They're saying, "What can we do better?" They're
I wonder
talking
actually
about it with other players.
how the tablets change that dynamic. Because when you're at the table and you have a disaster,
You're not
you have an
saying a thing.
opportunity to like lean down under the screen and say like sorry partner, or like
Sure.
whatever, like just to have like a moment with your partner to say like, hey, we both just went through something together, let's
I
Yes,
let's
still
move
love
on.
you.
But here it's just like the
I
next
still love
hand
it.
flashes up
Exactly.
in front of you. You're still my bestie. But
Yeah.
here it's just like the next hand flashes up in front of you and you just have to move on. It's not like there's some table chat, right? So
PC just means pass or correct, folks. And West did pass, so that was their one major there. And Tuno Trump is, hey, well, we missed our agreement last time. I have no agreement for this one. Let's ride. Let's keep going.
Pass Pass was negative though. Joe's first
It was
pass.
0-7 was the agreement here. So Brad knows this is not a very good
This has
hand.
got to be takeout of some sort.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, two places to play
There
or
is no
something.
Seems
table
like
chat feature. No, I don't believe so.
right.
Yeah,
Seems
no
like we're
table
just
chat.
bidding 3 diamonds here.
And thank you, Deflator Mouse, for putting that link in there. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks to Flater Mouse.
Who is Deflator Mouse? That also sounds familiar.
Some fat bastard. That's me. That's me. It's me.
I knew it was, but I just
This is me. Um,
So I
I
I
love
agree
this.
with everyone in the chat who's like this prime hand that South has is worth more than 15 points, but it's still the definition of an upgrade.
Yes.
If you
Yes.
have
If you have less than
15 high
60.
card points and you say I'm going to treat it like 16 high card point, that's the definition of an upgrade.
and no, I don't think 2-no Trump necessarily denies 4 hearts. I think it just says like, I love that it's been alerted as no agreement. Um, it just says like I,
Thank you, Harsh.
it's not
I do.
natural. It's just like, hey, I don't want to defend this, and I have more than one place to play.
I do want to know what
And
that
I
means.
and I don't want to risk a double and have you pass it.
Right, right. It's like double presumably shows a willingness to defend two spades double if you have the right hand.
And I'll bite on that. What is the green sword? Have you accomplished a raid on Twitch? Is that
No, it means I'm a moderator of the channel.
nice.
Um, yeah, so like if he could easily pull this 3 diamonds to 3 hearts to say like, yeah, sorry, I just had clubs and hearts and was just trying to get to our best spot. Um, or it could just be like I had a weak hand with just hearts. I mean, sometimes it means that too, and 3 hearts directly would show
But
values. I don't think that would apply here, but
we picked the right person to kibitz, right? We get to declare.
Exactly.
oh, yeah, good point. Yeah, I agree. Double would show more values. So 2-no probably more shape than that. I don't know. We'll probably get to see it in a second.
Right.
Assuming East is
I
done
mean,
with perception.
some pairs differentiate like which suits it is based on double and 2-no.
Yeah.
Right? Like Kit says like double includes clubs or so. I forget what Kit does, but
Oh yeah, the camera
Yeah.
icon is all power.
Yes. Yeah. That's omnipresent.
You can make a poll.
What can you make poll?
I can't
maybe
even make a poll.
I make poll. Poll good. Poll good.
Are we doing our caveman impression now?
I mean, that
Oh.
sounds like the way we're
Ugh,
going.
make fire.
What do you think?
Rob make poll.
Rob make poll. Cameraman make poll.
Adam make bunt cake.
Adam Baker?
Come on, if we were living in caveman times, you know Adam would find some way to like mill up flour and make pastries.
While also writing a play at the, on
Dude,
the
they
side.
would be
Yeah.
incredible.
Eric's taking his time here.
Mr.
considering
Greco.
something, as you've alluded to.
I mean, I wonder if he's.
I mean, he's red white, and
It's unfortunate, guys. I haven't done the correct thing at this table. Usually, I hide the other room result, and I've failed to do that for us. But we can
Whoopsie.
see what happened.
ripsy doopsy.
Another thing to consider about this auction also is that the 2-spade passer correct bid implies a willingness to compete to 3 hearts if partner's hand or more if partner's suit is heart. This should one
Is
major,
hearts, right? Because he's asking him to
So-
correct.
So we know that East has some sort of good enough heart
Ooh.
holding that he's willing to play 3 vulnerable hearts.
This will, in
Right.
fact, be a swing.
Which-
We have a little information, unfortunately, on the left, but let's see if we can still play this correctly with a read on our result there. We can see this is going to be a pickup for north-south. How much?
Yeah,
is-
and here we can see what the 2-no bid is. Keeping in mind that East has very
It's like a
strongly
maximum.
implied a good long heart holding, this 2-no bid is almost exclusively minors.
He's a nice hand for what Brad
Yes.
could expect, though. I mean, this is
It's a great dummy.
This is amazing. I would guess the North player was the person. In fact, let me sweat the auction at the other table there. And folks, if you're playing at home, The new Michael Berkowitz game is anytime I say sweat, which I can't avoid because I play too much poker, everyone drinks. So
Oh,
I've had it.
uh, I don't. All I all
But
I have
this is
all I have in front of me is this bottle of honey. And I'd
Oh,
prefer
Jed,
not to.
just take half of that down. It's
I'd prefer not to. Thank you.
one diamond, one spade, three diamonds at the other table. So North hopped to three diamonds. South bid three hearts with the hand we're looking at here. North bid four clubs. And then it went five diamonds. And East, which was Herdman, said, I think I'll take a double.
Yeah, but I mean, it makes sense that East has all the stuff because West just has a single major.
but he did bid at the 2 level red against white, right?
Yeah,
Like he
so
should
he's
have
got
something,
stuff.
at least a good suit.
Right, right. Like King, Queen, or
But
King,
you see
Jack.
here that Brad's treating the dummy as the master hand because it has the longer trumps, and so his plan is to try to set the clubs up or to rough the clubs out.
Interesting. Just ducking a club around. At some point, might they lead a trump here, or are they just gonna?
I mean, he probably should, but it also feels
Depends on
like
what
this
he's
could
holding.
blow a trump trick.
Sure. I'll be right back, gentlemen.
At
Interesting that
some
he
point
didn't.
here,
Did he? Am I insane? Did he not lead a spade?
we let a heart.
Interesting. So
Again, he knew his partner had hearts,
what?
right?
Oh, West was. I'm sorry. West
West
was
was
on
on lead.
lead. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm all
Remember,
caught up.
we're
I'm
declaring.
all caught up now. Okay.
We did it like this so that the thing wasn't all
Yeah.
Mr.
Well, that's what you get.
Did I miss any of the sweat? Drink again, people.
No.
The problem with ducking this around is that it puts Greco on lead. Now we have to wait.
Now we have to wait.
I don't know.
It's presumably now time for Greco to play uh, his partner's spade suit, or just a trump. Never mind.
So we can kind of predict where the king of diamonds is now, but just based on this, unless it's and he has some time.
I mean, it could be right to lead away from the king of diamonds here. Like if it's right to lead a trump,
Right.
it's right to lead a trump.
Well, there's some situations too where South might think, well, I can't duck this because if it's wrong, then they're going to play a second round of trumps, and then now I don't have enough trumps to do all the things I want to do. But
We agree. From New Zealand, Welsh Rabbit, welcome. It is a great match. I mean, guys, we've played almost a full day of bridge. We're 4 imps between the teams, the 2 best teams in the event, or at least the 2 best teams this week. And they've proven it. Nickel came in the quarters, so they had a round of 16 bye. And they started somewhat slowly against Juster, I believe, who they were playing. They were down to them for most of the match, to be honest. And then from about that penultimate set on, they've just been on autopilot, and Fleischer's been kind of that way since.
Over everybody.
Yep.
yeah, they ran over the whole field.
This has looked like a collision course from like day 1 or day 3, I guess. But,
Yeah.
all right. So, whoa, there it is. So King 10 fourth off
King Jack
on
10.
the east side.
Yeah,
King
gross.
Jack 10 fourth.
Don't you have to give up a spade anyways? Yeah, I suppose there are some layouts where you might want to rough.
Clubs aren't really going to be super likely to be behaving either, right? Just gonna take
Well,
some
so we know that
Hansen has
let's
like
give it-
6
so
or
East-
7 spades.
East is presumably has at least 8 cards in the majors and a stiff spade. So he's probably
Stiff
like
spade,
1-4-4-4. Most likely thing.
Now he has no fears of getting overroughed in clubs to his left, but I don't think he can.
I guess he could be 0-4-4-5 or something, but
And again, no matter what happens here, it's probably going to be a gain.
right. I mean,
Not
they'll
probably,
certainly not.
100%.
They're not going to go for 300.
They're not going to
something.
go down 7.
Yeah. So yeah, here I guess he just tries to score as many trumps as he can. He'll probably
Sure.
cash the ace of spades along the way.
Hmm.
It's not that likely that West has seven spades, but he could. They are red white.
Good. Right.
They're red white, and East didn't shift to what must be at most one spade.
Mm.
Hampson played high low and clubs. Uh, true. Oh yeah, so there's you
So
want to
he's leading through the void, right? If there's a void, that's a
yeah.
good play so that, if he does rough, he can play low and he's just roughing air.
And here he goes. There's
Now he gets to pitch
that.
his last
Now he's a
thing.
safe rough here, it appears.
Yeah, he's taking quite a lot of tricks.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I think the spade is going to now get over roughed, and because we know that Eric has three more trumps and a
Yeah,
club
for
at this
sure.
point.
So, but still,
Right.
that's
He's still
nine
up to eight tricks and
Yeah, he's
still
doing
has the
nine.
ace of trumps.
Yeah,
We're
yeah, yeah.
plus 110.
I like his chances of making this cut.
I
You think he's gonna be okay?
agree.
Yeah, he's done. He's done.
No chances of revokes on these tablets, so plus 110 to
Nine,
the
yes.
north-south pair. And that is 9. 13 is the lead for Fleischer, and we can jump out
Bird
of
doubled with that piece of garbage in the
our...
east.
Let's take a look. We're going to end kibitzing here and get to the full Monty.
What is her did what now?
He had King Jack 10 4 at the trumps and an ace, and he doubled at the 5 level.
Oh wow, it's really
What a-
Do you
impressive.
think that's a mark of a pretty fair player, right? Double when you got those tricks.
Is there- Oh yeah, sorry. I just posted. All I did was I posted a link to the chat, not the channel.
Oh, you know
That was
what,
stupid.
Al?
And that means you can't subscribe. I'll get you a link to the whole
No,
thing.
Al, I totally messed up. That's my fault. I usually toggle that off for these events, and in my haste, I forgot to do that. But if you subscribe to my channel, you can chat anytime you want. I apologize.
Yeah,
guys.
the problem is I pasted a link just to the popped out chat,
Yeah, I gotcha.
and so
Yep.
he's like, "What even channel is
What
this?
is this?
How do
Sorry,
I
guys.
subscribe?"
Blame the mods. Exactly. The guy with the
Yeah.
green sword is really messing this up over here. Okay. Strong club.
The
One
one
no
club
trump
is strong.
8 to 11 balanced.
Interesting.
Gosh,
So and this is the other thing. They play strong club in fourth chair no matter what. So it might look weird if you're following. They do play this strong club in fourth seat when they're red or white.
interesting. Also, very interesting that they play one no as the like minimum positive.
Right,
Right.
right.
Because
Usually
wrong sides, no.
is one heart the use for that one? 8 to 11.
Yeah, one hard is in a lot of structures. One hard is 8 to 11, like kind of anything,
Sounds familiar.
as long as it's not primary hearts often or spades or I mean whatever. I mean people have different
Right.
structures, but
But
there's
then, when you're a passed hand, everything changes.
Yep.
Right. Because now your positive is just like 8 to 10. Right. You don't have to worry about stronger hands.
I mean, it's just
But
think
it's
about
still on.
for you players out there that are just used to 2/1, which is the vast majority of you, and that's a great system. This just shows the power of a little bit even more power. We get to find out we have a game forcing hand at the 2 level. These guys get to do it at the 1 level essentially, and now they have a little more room. And they also have that amazing negative inference when they don't open a club. They don't have more than 16, so they can bid more aggressively in spots where we are restricted.
Yeah, and they get to also have one of my favorite auctions, which is one of a major past four of a major, where they could be preempting, or they could just have a minimum game force with
Sure.
three cards
No,
support.
they're not missing slam. Exactly.
Right, and now
Good
the
luck,
next
guys.
hand is looking at here. It's like it's going to heart past four hearts, and the next hand's looking at 5 or 6 spades and like a medium-ish kind of hand, and has no idea if he's being robbed
Yeah.
blind or if he bids 4 spades, he's about to go for 1100.
So Brad's
It's
looking for a
pretty
major
good.
suit fit here, and he hears the response. At least it looks like that's what he's looking for. He hears the
minors.
response 4-4 minors.
Yeah. Now that no Trump has been cited and they're in a game force, they probably transfer to their 4-card majors at this point.
Interesting, they did play 4
I think
spades
he's
on
just-
the 5-2 in the other room.
He's relaying him out, I think. I think
Well,
2 clubs is a
Yeah,
relay.
but some
shape.
right, but quite a few hand shapes have presumably already been eliminated. So
Yeah.
like
The
I don't
only
think
thing-
one no. Yeah, he's already showed a balanced hand.
Right.
There
So
we go.
this is it's an asking bid in like sort of the same way that a Stamen bid is asking, and now he can probably find out his exact shape. Like,
And he'll probably show three card hearts, right, or
Right.
whatever they show.
yeah, Brad is still trying to check back for a spade fit, I
So three
imagine.
clubs is 2 3 4 4. Hello, there's my shape partner. Make your pick.
Right.
Well done.
Usually the person who's self-alerting gets their shape right.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
Whether
it's a
their
very good,
partner's on the
very good
same
one.
page is a different story, but
Yeah, and this is a real downside of any sort of structure like this is that occasionally the declarer has completely showed his exact
Yeah,
shape.
that's the problem. The other
And
hand
his
we
high card
saw,
points are very narrowly
yeah,
limited, so it's almost the cards are almost face up.
that's a very great point. And also, but we saw the opposite of this as well. When the relay comes from the other side, dummy tables, and okay, that's what you know, and
Yes,
now
know
we're
nothing
hiding.
about.
So,
right.
Right.
and I only want to blame Al for these broadcasts being amazing. You are awesome in the chat. Your chat MVP, I think.
Mm.
Stats system, we really appreciate that. Thank you.
A lot of relay systems are structured to combine the goals of maximum information compression and siding the contract with the person doing the asking.
Right.
In a former life, I used to play a system called transfer-oriented symmetric relays, and it was transfer-oriented specifically because, no matter what your shape was, you always, always, always wanted the bid to show the suit above. So then the ask was the suit that partner showed. So if that ends up being trumps, you've already grabbed it.
You lost me halfway through symmetric. I just was like, okay, that's
Transfer
enough.
is the important thing. Yeah, North South are playing a system called Zerth. It's had been heavily modified since Zerth's inception, but I used to play. I
Does
used to play
Zerth
it when
have
it
a?
was.
Does it stand for something, or is it just?
It does. It's a mashup of the initials of the system's creators,
I see.
and
Okay.
I know that because when I played it, it was just called Zert, and then
And then an H came in too.
an H got in there. The Z was Mackenzie Myers.
Are Sylvia Sheen and Dan Corbell playing together in the mixed?
Uh,
Is that true?
really? I see that in the chat.
Me too. I think that's
That
a
is
surprise.
surprising to me.
Yes, same.
For
I would take the unders on that.
I would.
But
well, Al. I mean, I assume Al knows who the
I
lineup
would
is.
know.
Al would
Like
know, and he knows their system too. So,
that is
well, notwithstanding anything
that is
else,
unexpected.
I can tell you that I played in we played in the GNTs for New York, and we played against Sylvia and Dan in the semifinals, and that not only was it the worst set I played on Viewgraph or anywhere in years, they played like double dummy against us.
They are playing
They were quite good.
for them. I mean, yeah, they're both of them are excellent bridge players, and they have a history.
Absolutely.
Uh, who was
Enough
the
said.
rest of who was the rest of Zert? One of them was Robert Todd, wasn't it?
Hmm. Yeah.
Is he the T?
And then Garth was the Garth Yaddick did a lot
Right,
of
but
the work.
but but
That's where the H comes from, I assume.
oh, Zerth was supposed to echo Garth.
Yeah.
Okay, and who are the E and the R?
I thought that was part of Robert.
Oh,
Z.
it's just Z and Robert. Zert. Z
I
Robert.
was I
Oh, it's just
thought
like a portmanteau.
I mean, so
Okay.
you're saying Robert Todd got 3 of the 5 letters? That's like a lot of
Does
bargaining
that
power
surprise?
right there.
Come on.
That's
surprised?
amazing.
Who is surprised by Robert taking 75% of the
I'm just
credit
saying
for the
that's well done, Robert Todd, negotiating 3 of the 5
let's
letters
set
of
up
the
a
system.
poll in the chat about um yeah, no, it's a good I played the system with Kaplan. We had a great time. It's very complicated. I mean
So
it was
Welsh
very
Rabbit it says he knows the symmetric relay well. Paul Marston and Steve Burgess did some good work on it as well.
Yeah. There's a lot of similar systems out there. I mean, Kit and Karen McCollum wrote a book about theirs, which is based on very similar principles.
mm.
So
I
Greco's going to take some time on this.
Greco's going to take his time
It's gonna take some time on this. Could
Why don't
just be
we-
the title of the
to
stream.
tie his shoes.
Why don't we jump ahead to board 55 and we can circle back to
Jump ahead.
the
3
time.
boards.
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay.
We might get slowed down by the Viewgraph operators if it continues to grind to a halt at the other table, but Looks like Kevin and Johnny are at 4 spades, and that looks like a pretty reasonable spot to play as well.
Yeah, you brought us to a really interesting hand, Rob.
Thanks a lot.
You.
I can
That's a
bring
real
you
barn
back.
burner over
But
here.
let me
Yeah.
but let me tell you what's happened since we left that table. Nothing.
Greco's considering his options, everybody.
Guess what's happening?
It's just-
Greco.
Ay, ay, ay. You just got Greco'd.
I have a good name for that quote. You got robbed.
Yes.
It's great. Could mean a lot of things. I mean, most of them not very good.
Wait, now he seems to be calling someone. Is he calling the direct? No, he's calling for a pizza.
Yeah.
He's,
No.
he's hungry.
He's calling for extra time. Actually, nope. A lead has been made.
Oh my God, he played a card.
He played a club.
There's a
It's honestly a good lead for them. Let's go back now. That
Did he
the
switch
play
to clubs?
He did switch to clubs, so now we
Yeah,
have some
yeah.
shebang going on here. So right there at that last trick, I'm going to flash it on the upper left, folks. There's the 6 of spades. There it was. He led a low club. Brad was forced to win the king there, and now Brad.
He,
is
I mean,
playing a spade
he
with
has
the
to
10.
knock out these
For
spade
sure.
honors.
And
But that I think the 10 of clubs is gonna
I believe
be
so.
enough,
Yeah. He's
right? Because
gonna-
the suit's either gonna block
he's
or the
gonna lose a
10's
spade
gonna
and 2
set.
clubs, and then he has
Right.
3
So when
diamonds,
when
3
Hampson
spades.
gets in here with the ace of spades, he's gonna have to decide: do I unblock the jack of clubs, which would be necessary if Greco has ace 10-9.
it's like a mini Winkle.
It
Explain,
has
please.
nothing to do with the Winkle.
Explain.
Right? What do you mean? What do you mean? It's the situation where you either block the suit or set up a trick and declares. Yeah.
Did you just
It's, like
say?
it's a mini Winkle. It's not exactly a Winkle. Winkle's when you throw them, like you lead a card and they can either crocodile their partner's card to get their partner off an end play, but set up a card for you, or let their partner be end play with their singleton. This is like a Wankle. It's similar to that.
Did you just
I
say
don't know.
Willy?
Something else.
Wee Willy Wankle and alligator. This is
Your joke about Greco. Oh, and he's still thinking. Reminded me of an old Monty Python skit where
Yes.
they're like doing color commentary about Thomas Hardy writing a novel. He like comes out in front of this crowd and they've got like 2 or 3 commentators who are trying to narrate every single like word that he's writing, and of course
Yeah.
writing a novel is quite challenging.
There's the
He's rising and
period
God,
at
he
the end.
signed
Oh!
He signed his name again. Oh,
Greg,
it's
I
Test
agree.
of the
Greg does
D'Urbervilles
just wanna
all
stay
over
Winkle.
again, folks.
We're gonna get another strong club auction
Yeah,
here.
we are. Well, no.
And-
This is going to be a heart by Joe.
Oh, they're right. They're
Or
red.
Tuno,
They're red.
Tuno,
Sorry.
whatever. I don't know whatever
course
they
I
play
will.
this as.
Of course, I wanted to say Winkle.
Who doesn't want to say Winkle? Jeez.
Everybody likes to
Yeah,
say
I would expect Tuno Trump.
Roy Kerr, also not only a relay player, but a world-renowned physicist. I appreciate people that do good things for the world, like physics, all that other good stuff.
Did you see Oppenheimer?
Well, I mean, other than that stuff.
Okay. Oh, other than the physics. Yeah.
I don't want to turn it bad. I just want, I think understanding is good.
There's 2-0, and now when his partner
like-
transfers,
He's gonna go
I assume
relay?
Joe's going to bid 4 hearts.
Yeah, this looks like a super accept.
It's super
and-
duper accept.
And then an end, because Brad still only has an 8 count.
It's gonna be 4 hearts, maybe 4. I don't know what their agreements are. I could imagine 4 clubs being a useful call here.
Which is maybe a fragment and a super accept, something like that.
Oh, just a small doubleton, like
Yeah.
by 4 clubs by North. Like
Got it. I meant that's kind of what I meant, but I was trying to be alligator Winkle style, and I just flew too close to the sun.
mystery spades, super accept hearts. Joe,
Yeah.
not so much with the spelling, but it's okay. We love Joe.
Well, try to get a text message from him at 3 a.m. and just what do you think
I
the
believe you.
over-under on spelling
I
errors on
believe-
that one?
Joe, we love you, and I hope you watch this broadcast someday. You are an absolute gem
By the
of a
way,
human.
I will tell you, he said he would watch this, but only if he wins. So if he wins, be warned, this will be watched.
Okay.
Amazing.
Okay.
I don't think Steve and Bobby are going to make that guarantee if they win.
Well,
I-
Joe used to spend a lot of time at our apartment once we all kind of moved to our separate places, and it was so hilarious. There were so many times where he would accidentally order food to our place at like 2 in the morning because that's the last place he ordered food to. I'd ordered my God, I ordered lunch to the Cavendish or Honors many times also while I was sitting at home. So, and it looks like 3-0 is some sort of confirming Hearts. Okay.
Why did Hearts need to be confirmed?
Uh, I think three spades confirmed heart spread.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're all tired. They have one full day left. The
So
worst case
I played.
scenario, not as
Go
good as
ahead.
four clubs now. Okay, got you.
right.
Not as
But
good as four clubs.
it's like a non-serious slam track,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They get to
a
get.
very non-serious slam
I
track.
think they'll stop. I played against Zach Rosak one time, and he made a super duper duper accept where he opened a no trump and it went 2 hearts, and he bid 4 hearts. That's a lot.
Four
And he had
spades.
his bid.
Four
He had
hearts or
six
four
hearts.
spades? If he bid four hearts,
Four spades.
Yeah, sorry, they transferred and
yeah.
he bid game.
The mega.
Well, you wait. He had a 6 card heart suit up.
Yeah, he had six in a
Yeah,
singleton or
nice.
something. Like he had his
Nice.
bid.
Yeah.
Rad.
Because
I see. Yeah, sorry, I didn't look at the explanation of three diamonds is usually hearts.
usually hearts. I see. So it
So
could be
some rare
something else in
hands.
their system. Really
Oh,
quick
sure,
claim,
sure.
11
Okay.
tricks.
Thank
Okay,
you
yeah.
very much, Twitch chat. This is why we need Twitch chat.
Exactly. Junaid, thank you so much.
Yeah, it
A
can be
defector
useful
from YouTube.
to build some other hand types into the heart transfer. It doesn't cost you very much other than
Exactly.
memory.
Or when they interfere and partner thinks you have hearts.
Yeah, that happens less often over two no trump.
You
Yeah.
non-vulnerable with Brad's hand here. Are you guys just always in the auction if you have reasonable methods
I
for one major, or you're never in?
mm,
Brad was not in at all.
I mean, Bobby did. I mean, the
I
suit's okay. I'm a passer. I
It's
just
flat though, right? It's just like
yeah. I
yeah.
I was a little surprised that Bobby bid. Um,
yeah.
I think a reasonable case could be made either way. Like
yeah, I
I
do
wouldn't.
too. But 5332 just isn't exciting to me.
Yeah, even non-vulnerable. It's just that the 2 level is
Right.
It is flat, but like if partner doesn't have anything for you, then at least you know they have a red game. Probably.
favorable is
Yeah, I mean
makes
the
it
vulnerability
awesome.
is the only real reason we're considering it.
Yeah. There's this ace of hearts lead, which I like
Interesting. Yeah.
because if partner has the king, it doesn't matter. If the king's on your left, it doesn't matter. And every now and then, declarer has a stiff king,
Yeah,
Or
and
dummy
then you
has a
feel
stiff
like
king.
yeah, you
right?
feel
Or
amazing.
partner has the stiff king, and now you needed to lead low, but you need it.
Because you have your ace of clubs entry. But this is a nice way to just establish tricks while you still do have an entry.
Right. Yeah, you wouldn't make this lead if you didn't have the ace of clubs.
Sure.
Right. That's the other thing that says going forward is it pretty much he
There's a
reaches
way
all
to
the way
get
into
here.
the other hotel room and says, "Hey, partner, I have an entry somewhere."
Yeah, exactly. Figure it out. So, concurring with Professor Kerr, Welsh Rabbit, lucky enough to meet him, and he thanked him for the system. A very humble man and a great bridge player. And thank you for being a physicist, but unless you blew things up, okay? There you go. Is that enough for you, Greg? Is it?
I'm sorry, I tuned out. Were you talking about me? I just heard
No,
something about a
no,
great
no.
man and a great bridge player or something.
Definitely was talking about Weinstein for sure.
Oh, okay.
I'm confident Weinstein's blown some things up in his day. Doesn't he just seem like the kind of guy who like set off cherry bombs in somebody's backyard on Halloween for some reason?
Do you guys? I saw one of the coolest hands, and Allison, if you're in the chat here still, we all saw this together in Dallas. Actually, Weinstein was playing, and he faked a control bid basically just to convince Bobby to bid a grand slam, and in doing so, he also kind of deked out the opponents as well with an ace, and they end up winning the I think it was the Vanderbilt or something like that. It was just one of the coolest things I'd seen.
Well done.
Yeah, I remember, I think it was Bobby psyched a forcing pass against Helgamo and Hellness, like to win the Vanderbilt
I mean, it's
You know,
just like
back when they were on the Monaco team.
this is what we have to look forward to,
The coolest hand I've ever
in
seen.
the next couple of days, though. This is the type of stuff we can see toward the end in a close match for sure.
In a close match, I hope so.
So,
Adam, you did something like that in the trials.
That's true.
It's slightly different situation. We we found ourselves already mathematically eliminated from the Swiss in the final round.
Perfect
We cannot
time. I like
cannot
it.
advance,
Yep.
and we find ourselves playing against the team that is on the literal bubble.
Ooh, yes.
And
Spoiler alert.
we've got Migri and John McAllister at our table.
Okay.
And I think I opened a major, and Adam, before anyone had taken another call, decided in his mind that his plan for the hand was to psych exclusion on the way to a grand in his small doubleton or something. Unfortunately, John laid waste to these plans by making some preemptive overcall or something. But Adam did find a way to psych a Q bid in
In that
one in
double.
that suit on the way to bidding a grand. And 20 minutes later, John decided what he was going to lead, and he didn't lead the suit. And Adam triumphantly puts this dummy down, and I scoop up 13 tricks, and Migri stuck her head through the screen, and she said, "I hate you."
To Adam?
To everyone. She was so annoyed.
Good job, Adam. Well done.
Yeah, it was a great hand, and it led to some interesting discussions later about some meta ethics questions about you're eliminated from the event. Is this
What? No.
right? And so, but some people I have heard make an argument that plays like this are not reasonable. I don't feel this way, by the way, are not reasonable under those circumstances. They're unsportsmanlike.
I don't know, man.
And my feeling is if you think it's the right bridge bid, make the bridge bid.
Yes. In any circumstance. I'm sorry.
And then they asked, would you make this bid if you were in close contention? Would you take a risk of this nature?
Some people can answer yes without, and you would believe them. Others,
but you can never know.
Yeah,
you can never.
exactly.
It's the reason that we don't take people's word for it in hesitation auctions when they say, "Well, I was always going to bid 4 spades." You don't know your own. You can't know your own mind that way.
It's also one of those weird things where, yeah, I totally agree with the ability to make the bid, but if I'm on the other side of it, I'm obviously tilted in the moment for sure. I can't blame her for hating everybody, but
no, Migri was just having a good time, but
it's the game, of course, yeah. But it's
I had forgotten that we were out of contention. I just
Adam's never thought he's been out of contention. He's like, what? We were out of contention in a tournament? What are you talking about?
How could this be?
Yeah, it wasn't a tournament I was playing. I don't know what you're talking.
I think we were leading.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
we had a buy. I think we had a buy.
A buy to the championship circle.
I needed to keep the nickel team off our back. We had a little. we needed some daylight.
We were trying to guarantee that we would win the Swiss so that we could have seating rights. Yeah. That's right. I forgot the details.
Totally. Yes.
1-no Trump looks like
7 rippers. He's gonna create a club trick right here, unless.
Yeah.
Whoa! Whoa! Did he guess wrong?
I guess what?
He must have played in the 9 of clubs there. Can we go back and see that?
We would have seen him play the 9 of clubs.
No,
right,
did he? He asked his screen mate, maybe. Or,
we
would have seen the 9 of clubs.
He might have just asked his screen mate what he.
But why wouldn't he have played it first, though? That's weird. Can we just look, guys? Let's just cycle through. Here's the thing at the end.
Don't they have a thing you can just go straight to trick 9?
They do. They do. In the upper left. Yeah, right under diagram. There's some card looking things.
Oh, there, magic. Thank you.
Yeah. I agree with Max. I mean, you make the bid that optimizes whatever you're playing for. It's more this meta question of would you feel comfortable making this play if you yourself were on the bubble for contending? Would you risk going down in a stupid grand slam where you're off the first 2 cashers if it were close, or if you weren't eliminated? That's a different question, and unfortunately it's a question that you can't ever run that experiment twice.
Yeah, no,
you can't know the answer to it.
No worries. That was clear at that point. We're just looking from the wrong direction.
Oh, okay.
All right, so 4 spades in the East made 5, and we are looking at action
This
at
is the
our
one we
table.
skipped over to and laughed.
I
because I
believe
missed
so.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
This is the
he's
one they were starting to bid at the other table.
The one that seemed really uninteresting.
Yes, exactly.
Just to be totally clear and tie a bow on this, nobody suggested that making this action was itself unethical. It was more of an interesting question of like,
Correct.
do
Yeah.
you do something high risk, high reward because you're eliminated? Can you ever know that? I think it's an interesting philosophical question to the extent to which you can ever legitimately say, I would always do X. I would,
Well,
whatever,
we were
whatever.
talking the other day in a different broadcast about there was a trials where I believe it was the Zagoran team were just trouncing people, and they were way ahead going into the last set of the trials, like way ahead. And the other team came out and just psyched like what appeared to be every other board. And it
Oh
was
yeah.
it was to a point where it's just like, well, which one of you is psyching this hand? And again, it was just like the question of, is this like the way you play? And especially in that, it seemed particularly, I don't know, frequent compared to like your normal game. So,
Yeah. I mean,
like,
the
what
I
lengths do
think
you go to win or
there's a
preserve the victory?
rule somewhere that says you're obligated to, I mean, it's the anti-dumping rule, right? Like
Mm, mm.
you have to do whatever you think you do to give yourself the best advantage on whether it's on the hand that you're playing in isolation or the event that you're in or the round that you're whatever it is. And if you think that the best way to do that is to psych on every hand, then okay. But there are other rules that
Well, I can tell you right
the
now,
rules
Adam
aren't
was not
completely
dumping. Adam was
consistent
trying
with
to
each
win
other.
that hand. So that was like the other team appreciated
Ah,
it. Whoever was in contention with their team.
Bruin so Al has the details here. They play one no two diamond as either five or more hearts, normal, or forcing the game with both minors, and they might do the same thing with two no three diamonds. Um,
No, thank you,
yeah,
Al.
That's from like 3, 4 more hands ago. Thank you,
He's
Al.
Al said
He's been
sorry for the delay.
No,
What the
no,
heck?
no.
What's going on
No, no,
here?
no. I'm not complaining.
Oh
Just
my
so everyone
God,
at
you
home
hate
knows what we're
slow
talking
play
about.
and slow chat. I see it.
Oh my,
Oh,
what
I
am
think
I doing
I
here?
could put
Now
this
you know what
chat.
Gavin feels like,
I
Adam.
think I could put this chat in slow mode and to really tilt Adam, where like you can only chat once every 30 seconds.
Oh my
It's like
God.
Adam's night. He wakes up in cold sweats thinking about slow play.
I tell you, the last few nights I've woken up, I, I feel like I'm calling a bridge hand. I wake up and I see the screens in front of me.
Well, yeah, this is your life now.
It is. This is Groundhog Day.
You're Andy McDowell, I think, in this scenario.
Thank you. She's the most sensible character in that movie. I don't want to be the cameraman. Wait, who gets to be
Isn't
the cameraman?
Chris
Adam.
Elliott is the
Chris
cameraman?
Elliott.
Adam actually. Chris Elliott. There's a little
I see it. I
little
see it.
resemblance there
Yeah,
actually.
I
Yeah.
see it. I see it.
Chris Elliott.
It's,
Sneaky
his
funny.
best movie ever, Cabin Boy.
So
Best movie ever. The only movie ever, maybe.
Was the one he starred in. The
Yeah.
one movie.
The one his vehicle, his star vehicle.
Yes.
have I just somehow am I now Bill Murray by default?
Yes.
I'll
sorry.
take it.
You can be the groundhog.
Oh,
Don't drive angry. Don't
Don't.
drive angry.
I want to be the mayor of Punxsutawney.
That's Brian Doyle Murray, actually, right?
Yeah.
So 3-0 Trump
Whoa,
is not
whoa.
going to go well with Joe cashing
Reno
out
is
those clubs.
June was right, by the way.
13 for
Three
Fleischer.
was a much more interesting hand because I think you could have made 3-0 if you guessed it better, right?
And wow, here we go,
And
boys.
four spades was
So
Rick.
31
Yeah.
imps to the Fleischer team as their lead. And we have another really long spade hand for East. 8 earlier in the set, 7
Looks
now.
like
Joe's 5-5 in the Reds.
Pass three spades.
And oh my God, please reopen double. Brad, please.
Right.
Please pass and reopen double. Please, Joe. Please. He's not
Yeah,
gonna
but
do
how
this.
often
Yeah,
does the
3-0.
passed hand back in with three spades?
This is 3-0.
it
Like,
gotta be 3-0,
and
right?
a shot, right? And then Joe might think, oh, he's doing it.
Well,
This is the same
3-0
thing that happened in the other room, by the way, except the
same
North
thing.
End
I mean,
pass.
obviously the same thing, but like
Yeah.
3-0, I don't know. I mean, yeah.
I guess like you don't really have tricks unless partner has something, and if they have something, they're gonna
Come
reopen.
on, let's see it. She's not gonna do it. Oh my goodness!
Joe Grew!
Massive swing coming. Wow,
Whoa.
Joe Boo, how'd you do it?
Wow.
What a hero.
Wow.
I mean, you really
Oh
got it.
my
Like, we
goodness.
know
He's
that.
got to know something's going on, right? He's got.
This is just falling
Did you
apart
see
for
how?
Greco.
Did you see how just smooth Brad passed there too? That did not take long from that chair. There's. There you go.
You
Oh
running
yeah.
Piers Hampson? Like you gotta run,
Whatever
right?
club is a doubleton, you lead that one,
No,
and
you
then
can't.
there you go. So this
I
is
don't.
probably
I
the
don't think
two
you can
cards.
run. I think.
Where could he go? Clubs actually isn't terrible, I guess.
I
Yeah,
mean,
no,
if you were gonna run, I think you just
I think you bid four
redouble
clubs.
but or four, yeah.
Whatever you got. I mean, that's not a bad three spade bid, guys.
No,
No,
Pretty
it's
sure
not.
we would all be doing the same thing, but
For sure.
you're just
For sure.
unlucky that they
Perfectly
figure out to
fine.
rip this thing, or Joe figures out to just reopen, and Brad is like, "Oh my God, I love you so much, Joe." The first
Greco's
time.
now going to get in trouble with Nickel because he could have had a wish trick there and he didn't do it. He false guarded. That's something that
So they're
Nick's
gonna
not
get two
fond of.
clubs, two diamonds, a heart, and at least three spades.
intentionally
Two
depriving.
spades.
There was some suggestion. I don't know if this is tongue in cheek or not. It's unethical to intentionally deprive opponents of the enjoyment of the game. I don't know. What if my opponents only enjoy the game when they win? Do I have to? Do I have to then lose to them?
First he stole the moon, then he stole our hearts. Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God.
What is?
Is that Joe? Is that Joe? Green?
Yeah. That's when we were flipping our lids about Joe backing it with double with his six count. I mean, they do say when you're short in the opponent's suit,
It's
you have to strain
pretty
to.
important if you're gonna act that you get there. Spoiler alert.
Oh, oh yeah. Oh, I had an accident in this auction, um, because at the Nationals, because with Adam I play one way, and
Mhm.
with Jenny I play the other. With one of them I transfer to my 5 card majors, and with the other I bid my 5 card majors. And as I sit here, I cannot remember which one is which, but I had an accident. Oh, it's just with Jenny because Jenny and I transfer
Yeah.
because we had the auction one no trump, two no trump puppet, and I bid three spades to show spades. Or I bid yeah, and then she what happened? Oh, I bid three hearts trying to show spades because Adam and I transfer. I bid three hearts trying to show spades, and but I had heart. I bid three. Let me start the story.
Whatever.
Let me start the story
We
again.
got it. We got it. We got it.
I remember now. I bid three hearts because I had hearts, and Jenny alerts
you
and
had
says
spades.
spades,
Yeah.
and then bids four spades, and I'm like, and I'm looking at my doubleton spade, and I'm like, well, obviously I have a ton of unauthorized information, but also there's no one no trump hand that jumps to four spades over my bid that shows five hearts.
So-
That doesn't exist. So I know that the wheels are off. So I bid four no, which is gonna sound like Blackwood, but also how can it be Blackwood? My hand is 15 to 17. So she stared at this for a while and eventually was like, oh, Greg screwed it up and passed
So,
4-0.
guys,
And we won all the match points.
I was supposed to ask Brad and Joe a question, and I forgot it. What was I supposed
Why
to ask
do
them?
they invert the meaning of one spade double two hearts as the weak raise?
Thank you.
Like from the
Yes.
rest of the world.
Yep. Now I have written it down, and I will remember. I sold.
When you've already taken 6 tricks against 3 spades doubled and still have ace 8 fourth left.
Got one more trouble.
Yeah, big thumbs up to my partner on that hand for passing black.
Yeah. This is 8 tricks for North South, and that is 800, which is going to be quite a swing. 12 for Fleischer, opening up a little bit of a lead here. 43.
Yeah, I mean the last few they just
Holy mackerel! Another 8-card Super Greco. He's like swimming in it over here. Diamond, spades.
well, they know things are not going great the last couple boards.
Sure.
So,
4 hearts was played by the south hand in the other room. Makes sense on these cards, but how many diamonds are going to get bid here?
4.
The other
One.
table we started with.
Oh yeah, you just have the club finesse with club finesse working.
The other table we
Wait,
started
wait a
with just
minute.
3 diamonds. He opened 1 diamond. Interesting. Little
I
dog
guess.
walking.
Oh, this is actually kind of an interesting hand. Right? Spade lead gives you a couple of problems because if you can't really draw both rounds of trumps, or they'll just cash 4 tricks on you. And so if you take the club finesse trying to pitch the thing, now East roughs, but now the trumps are 1-1.
Oh, and
So
you
you,
just draw
Yeah,
him and
it's
run rond and it's over.
right,
a natural trump trick.
1 round, hook the club, pitch a spade.
So double here is alerted to some degree. 4 to 5 spades. Okay. Question is Greco done bidding
That's interesting.
if it goes 4 hearts?
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know why
4 clubs
you
is
can't
something here.
lump in weak or strong. I mean, part of the reason, like, this is why Stevie really, really likes to play 2 major -1 as invitational in that sequence, because he's sick and tired of having it go, a spade double, redouble, because if you don't have a way to show an invitational hand, and then 4 diamonds pass, and now the guy who has the limit raise with 3 cards, it feels like he has to just bid 4 of a major now
Right.
because he hasn't showed his support yet. And I think that happened to just one too many times. And yeah, this drifts.
So once was too many times.
Probably.
So,
Probably. So maybe if you mix in like 2 major -1 as weak or strong, you face the same problem.
so Adam, once again, we're waiting for Greco, just so you know. Just don't
You don't have to remind me. I just
take
assume it.
just take a
But
deep breath,
it's
relax.
fair. I mean, he has something to think about, but
For
not
sure.
for this
Well,
one.
he's got to hate not having kind of maybe shown this hand in one bit. I don't know. It's
Rename the stream Eric Greco waiting room.
well, I mean, you certainly the thing about all these players, you can't argue with the results.
No, and I
Speed
was
or
to
no
say,
speed.
Adam, if you ever produce results as good as Eric Greco, you
You
can
can
take
take
as
all the
much
time
time
you
as you
need.
want.
Yeah.
I know you never will. Take all the time you want. You may very well produce results as good as Eric. I
Whoa.
know you'll never slow your
You'll
game
never slow
down
yourself down. Yeah,
because
exactly.
you
Okay.
just wouldn't be respect yourself.
I thought I thought like you did, Adam. I'm like, whoa, what the
No,
heck
no, no,
is
no,
that
no. Yeah,
shot there?
I
That's
knew I was in trouble like 2 words into that sentence. Uh,
I'm gonna second what June said in the chat here about the 4 club bid. That as a pass, like it clearly shows a heart fit,
yeah, and it's a lead
right?
direct in case it gets out of
But it's
hand
lead
behind him.
director.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
in
a
case
very
partner
thoughtful
needs to
bid.
double 5 diamonds or something. Yeah.
Right. And it's going to help Brad potentially too make a decision of whether to compete or not,
Good point.
based on his club holding.
Right, yeah. If Brad had good clubs on the side, he might bid one more because double fit hands produce way more tricks.
Joe's
Yeah, it's
gonna
very
bid
thoughtful
4
kind
hearts
of bid.
though.
Right. And now, he's going to know to lead a club on opening lead against
Oh,
diamonds.
wait a second. Wait a second.
This auction is getting out of control.
Getting a
here.
little bit dicey now.
4 spades.
I guess if they don't get ripped, it's gonna be okay for them.
Yeah, I mean, Hampton's got to bid this hand a game, doesn't he?
Well, okay, so his initial double showed 4 or 5 spades.
Yeah,
So
Right.
I think what he's doing here is he's just showing his 5th spade on the way to 5 diamonds.
correct. If
just
your
in
partner
case.
wants to, it's an offer-ish with a diamond
Yeah.
side door.
Yeah,
here.
It's not like he's lost his mind. Like
Right.
his
He's-
partner
Right.
knows how many spades he has.
He's assuming 4 diamonds is forcing and, it's a choice of games scenario.
It's just
Greco just wanted to play 4 diamonds.
you don't normally see this kind of bidding on a hand where the other side has bid and made a game at the other table.
Right. And you're red.
And here we go.
And
5
now
diamonds. Brad
having-
decided to rip it with a club double from club bid from partner, which was nice and revealing, and 2 bullets. Right. That
Right.
Yeah, I mean he's
So,
got so
got
much
4
more,
top tricks.
also why the
so
4
much
club
more
bid is
defense
amazing.
than anyone could possibly imagine. This also tells partner, please don't save.
Right. Yes. Yes.
I have 2 aces.
Do not
please.
do it. Now it's just gonna go some card here for an ace, and then another ace, and that's
Anything.
5 hundo, and that is a pickup once again for Fleischer.
Well, not a diamond.
Yes.
Oh,
Well, yes. Sorry, they do have an entry and a pitch on 2 pitches. Ouch. But
Yeah, you
that's what I
probably
said.
won't.
No way a diamond.
wait, does he have an entry? What?
He has a. If he played a diamond, he could shake. Oh, yeah,
No,
because
I think
No,
actually a diamond.
it
Diamond
draws.
is actually
yeah, it's all
okay.
fine.
It's just a little scary
Oh,
in the
because he
moment,
has
but
the.
yeah,
Yeah, no.
it's all
That
fine.
is right.
It doesn't
Right.
matter.
It's the ace of clubs that's dangerous.
That's exactly right. Yeah,
Oh yeah, ace of clubs.
Ace of clubs would be a disaster.
I think Joe is perfectly capable of counting high enough to know that.
I'm pretty sure that.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, actually, oh it's ace.
I'm gonna put money on ace of clubs next.
Okay, okay, I'll take that bet.
I bet my house. All right,
Oh,
four
okay.
of clubs.
Small clubs, all right.
Yeah.
Four of clubs is fine. All right, that's a good play. Trying to promote a right. If he had the stiff queen or a stiff king, queen doubleton, yeah.
And notice for all of you out there, this is safe because it doesn't matter what happens here. They can try to transport to dummy and play a club, but that'll be the last time they get the dummy without giving up one of those aces in Brad's hand. So
Right. He's probably best off just pitching his spade and hoping Brad doesn't have any diamonds.
I mean, Brad did double 5 times.
I mean, he could just double on 2 bullets, right? Wouldn't he double
all right, then he shook his
out the
spade.
jack of diamonds?
And there
I
comes
mean,
the
shaking the
ace of
spade
hearts.
is free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's free cheddar.
Ace of hearts.
There we
No
go.
one,
Predicted.
no one took my bet.
There it is, and then Claim City. 502 imps for Fleischer. There they go, continuing
Still,
to grind.
Greco
it
and
out.
Hampson have got to be steaming. Like,
Yeah, it
that's
feels like
three that feel real bad in a row.
exactly, and they kind of can understand that, they've been roughed up on those boards, or at least seems like it. In fact,
And I do think it's interesting. I know we talked about this before, but because they're not in the same room, they don't have an opportunity to be like, oh, but they're making 4 hearts.
yeah, right.
I mean,
of
so
course.
each one of them is going to have to think about what might have happened to 4 hearts separately. Whereas
Right.
the guy
It
who was
does.
dummy might be sitting there thinking about 4 hearts the whole time, analyze the hand, and say, okay, 500 is going to be cheap, and he could just say that after the thing and the
Fleischer
declare.
in the midst of a 41-0 run, starting on board 51 and still going basically.
Uh, yeah, geez.
Nickel has not seen anything. Here's your more traditional 8-11 game forcing artificial. This would be 1 club 1 no for Joe and Brad, but 1 club 1 heart for these guys.
Well, they play one no as balanced, so this hand they
Right.
make
And that was
those
by
diamonds.
Past
Gotcha,
hand,
gotcha.
so that might be different. Yeah.
Oh, maybe they play different things past hand.
That's the beauty of Love Bridge. We get
One
to
heart.
know it all.
Is 8-11 with
0 to
0
4
to
spades.
Oh.
Okay. One spade natural, clearly.
So that might mean that if they were to show a positive with something else, it might show more points than that.
Mm-hmm. And Precision also has that 12 plus hand, right? Right off the bat, usually some bid that.
Right. Usually
often.
here they play 1 heart is any 8-11 except with 5 spades. That hand starts with a spade.
That's what Al said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And then over 1 spade you have a 1 no like size ask, right? Are you in the 8-11 or do you have the 12 plus?
Right. All right. So
What do you need us for, Al?
Al knows the system.
Al knows
Al knows
all.
everything. East
Well, interesting
is,
to bid 2-0 on your Jack 8 fourth, knowing partners short in the minors. But like, what else are you going to do? I guess with Hampton's hand.
This was-
He's already showed his diamonds. Like he's got
Right.
scattered values everywhere.
and this was played from the other
Ooh.
side at the other table in more traditional methods. Opening lead was from Bobby, the 5 of diamonds. So
Creative opening lead from Joe that
It's not gonna
won't.
go too well for him, unfortunately.
It's not going to yield the results that he was hoping for, but it's creative anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we think? Float the queen of diamonds at trick two? Well, we still have a queen of spades entry.
Yeah. Well, if that
It's seems
loses
like
and
it's
if that loses and a heart comes back, we're pretty sad, right? Because that's our only.
our
That's,
eight might grow up.
yeah, but the spades are blocked and like
Yeah,
Spade,
no, I mean it
spade to the
doesn't look
queen,
like
diamond to the queen isn't the worst idea.
yeah, spade to the queen, diamond to the queen is probably also my choice because you don't have the 10 of diamonds, so running the queen, like we're going to lose a diamond
sure.
Yep.
at least. So
But the problem is like diamond to the queen, okay, but like how are we getting back to the diamonds? Right? We have to hope that they like play enough clubs that our jack becomes an
Well,
entry.
that's the problem with both sides of this hand, unfortunately. Right?
Yeah,
We're just
yeah.
right, well, if the yeah, I mean maybe they have a diamond holding where they can't afford or
to
they think they
duck.
can't afford to duck the
Yeah,
queen.
exactly. King Doubleton, which is a spot where they think they need
Right?
to
He or
win.
even here, like spade to the queen, diamond to the queen. If Brad ducks, now you could take the diamond finesse on the way back. You
Yep.
get three diamond tricks, three
Three
spades,
spades, a heart, and
uh,
at least a
and
club.
you still have some work to do.
How did
Yeah.
Herdman make it?
Oh boy.
This is not
This could easily be another double digit swing.
right, and this is the type of hand you do not want to face this hand too often because it is so difficult. You just have there was the queen there, so he chose that first line. Here comes king ace.
What inference about the holding of the other suits of Adams like
Or do
queen?
you duck this?
So
I think you just
there, yeah,
duck
he
this.
ducked it. Okay,
Yeah.
and now he can kind of try to manage spades and diamonds together. Interesting, king of heart lead.
Well, yeah, I mean, South isn't very likely to attack dummies ace king fifth, so he
And
knows
definitely
that
the
South
clubs
is
look
gonna
like it's not that amazing either. So
right. He
Well,
knows
he
South's
probably
gonna play a round suit of some kind.
sure.
That's got to be helpful for him. But
yeah, I
this
wonder
this is
if
bad.
Joe gave any sort of Smith. I mean, he played low, but he might have just needed to hold on to his nine of diamonds. Right? It turns out the nine of diamonds is an important card. I'm just, yeah,
Yeah.
because continuing clubs, if Joe just like has, I guess he knows he doesn't have Queen Jack because he wouldn't lead the Queen without Queen Jack 10 or Queen Jack 9, right? And Brad can see the 10 and the 9.
I mean, play has been slow here, and Hampson's playing it, but it's clearly Greco's fault.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
but I
yeah.
mean, do you think Brad can't? Brad's not going to expect Jeff to have been 2-0 on four baby clubs, right? Or
Right.
so
Well,
maybe
he could have ace fourth,
yeah.
right? And we need to knock out the
So he
ace.
ducks this. Okay. Here comes a hard through.
Right. So now the eight's going to set up,
Yep.
right? Jack, queen, ace.
There we go.
The eight will be a second stopper.
That's three. Still 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with a heart trick, right? He's almost home.
Right. But his
So
communication is all
yeah, his
messed up.
entries
So he's
are
thinking
real
about
messed.
ducking this and
He-
hooking against the nine
That's
on the way.
Yeah.
that's the right play. It's got to be the right play, right? That's
Right.
because he
But
has to
now Brew
untangle
needs to
spades.
continue the
And
hearts
now it's
and the whole like the communication because
now he
he
has to
doesn't have
search for a
queen of
club.
spades on the block.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, if he continues hearts now, I mean, also South can let go. Like if he could, South needs to make two pitches, right? He can't pitch a diamond, and
9 of diamonds.
nine of diamonds. I guess this also puts Jeff in his hand at a time where the
But
spades
now he can just get off for 9 tricks, taking the heart finesse. But it
right?
has,
Queen of spades, jack of diamonds, heart to the 8.
yep. And now your ace king of spades is 9.
Yeah,
But is he
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
think? Has Joe kind of made him double think twice about this? I can barely talk myself. These guys are playing this event. I haven't even been played a trick, and I'm already spent, guys.
Yeah, there's still a bunch of options here, right? I
Yeah.
mean, he could test the diamonds. He can even give up a diamond and set up the 7. Then he has to wait for the last trick to try to take it. But yeah,
45 is the lead, and it's either getting bigger or staying around the same. All right, there
Right.
comes.
He could
Let's
also
create a club
just set up a
trick.
club trick
Yeah.
by power.
Well, that's
right.
what I was saying. If he sets up a club now he can get to 9 with overtaking in a spot, right? Because now he has 5, 6,
Right,
7, 8, 9. Yeah, he
but
has 9
now
rippers.
Joe plays a heart, and now everything's all fouled up. Right? He has
No,
he can't get back to anything.
Yeah.
that
He'll
is
have to
right.
stepping stone somebody.
Wow.
He can play
So
a spade to the queen
But
and then
this will
just
Brad's
be his fifth,
Brad's
sixth.
squeezed. Well, I guess he can play a spade here.
he can just pitch spades because they've already
Yeah.
booked him,
Yeah,
right?
because he has 10
So he
fours
can
built up.
throw Brad. Now he has to like throw Brad in just
Wow,
to go
that's
one down.
crazy. Well done. We were wondering what the diamond play was, and now we see.
Yeah.
Here you go. Good
Brad
luck.
very accurate discarding here. So now spade to the queen, and all you could really do is throw Brad in with either minor suit, and they'll have to give you the other one, but that's still just for one down.
Right.
Wow, so well done.
Oof, oof, oof. Yeah, it's a cool hand.
And that's gonna be
I wonder how
another
they made it.
Another
12.
double-digit swing.
Yeah,
How
12
did
or
they make
13.
it at the other table?
I mean, the good thing is it's the last set of the night, so they don't have to like
Oh,
get back on the horse and play another one after
No,
this
yeah.
disaster.
so just I mean, there's a little bit of randomness here. At the other table, it was played by
The
East,
other
and
side, exactly.
so he gets a low diamond lead from King 10 fourth, and now he has all the time in the world and
Yep.
an extra
So it's
diamond.
Bobby's fault. That's what you're saying.
It is, in fact, Bobby's fault.
You will never hear anyone but Steve say that.
Oh.
And Adam Parrish apparently has a death wish. He has 2
Yeah,
big
I mean,
dogs.
how do you think Bobby felt when he led diamond to the away from his king, and Johnny immediately played a diamond back.
Yeah, that's always
Played like 4 rounds
lovely
of
scene.
diamonds at him. Like, oh, sorry, partner.
You can just guess the look on his face.
I led fourth
And
best
here's that
from
throw in at
longest
the
and
end here for
strongest.
down 1. Wow.
Oh, and a pseudo beer. This is like a non-alcoholic beer he scored here.
Right.
It's
Doesn't
pseudo.
count
Doesn't
if you
count
go
because he
down.
didn't make a
Yeah, you didn't
contract,
make a
but
contract,
some
exactly.
style points for us at least.
12 imps, and that is now a 57 imp margin.
That
Closing
happens
out
so
day 1,
fast.
2 boards left. And that is,
We should've-
again, that's now what did I say before? 41 straight? That's 53 straight imps without an answer from the nickel team.
Feels pretty bad. I mean, they've been in this spot before.
Right. And they're not playing badly,
No.
right? Like
The other
just
side's running quite well and
right.
playing well,
You know,
obviously.
they played in no trump instead of spades and they were wrong
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
they made the same preempt and
Even a hand
So
where they get to
now-
a nice 4 hearts and make it, the other guys,
So-
they pursue at the 5 level. And
yeah.
so, strong club here. Joe's going to show no interest. And what is that? Is that 22 by Brad? They have some sort
Yeah.
of 2 heart bid that is like their cokish-ish type thing. They don't need that
Yeah,
here,
it's
though,
not strong enough for that. He'll probably just rebid 2-0.
which is their 22, 24.
Yeah.
And then
And then I think
Little
they play
transfer.
a special convention here that's they bid hearts to show spades over 2-0.
really, is that called
Yeah.
the
Some sort of-
Kantar transfer? Is that something like that?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Transmog bids or something. Yeah, I
Didn't
forget
you
what it
write
is.
a book on this at some point, Adam? Isn't this one of your?
No, they don't. They don't
Adam's
play.
upcoming book, How to Show Spades.
Yeah,
Just
they don't.
shows.
Everybody get a copy.
All right, just 3-0 with the North
Oh,
End,
never
actually.
mind.
Doesn't even bother.
Yeah.
Three. Well, I mean, look at it. Four spades went down at the other table. So if this comes home, this
Amazing.
could be
Another
another
swing.
10 imps to
And that, honestly, there's 9 tricks. Sorry.
That's
one, two,
yeah.
three, four,
That's nine.
five, six.
That's
This
9
10
rippers.
tricks on this lead,
Ooh,
by the way.
excuse me. Sorry, you're right. 5 spades.
3-0
Yeah.
is lay down from the
Oh my
south
goodness.
side.
Fleischer
God, just getting absolutely run
steaming
over.
ahead.
Oy, oy, oy. And
Nicola not in
What a
not loving
decision.
how did he find 3-0 rather than show spades? I couldn't. I mean, can we? That's another question to ask Joe
this. I will.
later.
Yeah, it would not have occurred to me.
I have a lot of work to do as a sideline reporter, gentlemen. This is
Unreal.
I'm the ugliest sideline reporter in the history of sport, I believe, except for maybe darts or pool, possibly. Pretty sure they hire the good-looking people for that sort of stuff.
We've got ourselves a. Here's the most precision of all diamonds, the 2-3 Doubleton, and a flat 10 count.
Yep.
Flat 10 count with the 2-3 Doubleton.
That's the
I think
standard of the week.
he's a little on
Yeah.
tilt, maybe.
Well, they're both on tilt because Greco has been a no trump.
Well, they also know that they just played 3-0 at the other table, and maybe they can intuit that 4 spades wasn't a good contract.
One no trump is would not. I mean, I don't know what their full structure is. It wouldn't be my choice.
No.
I mean, it's possible that he doesn't have a weak diamond raise available, but you can always just pass a diamond.
Guys, I want you to look at this again, too. Look at the result in the other room. 4 spades down 2.
Oof.
They're gonna make 3-0 trump on this lead, it looks like, if they can figure out that the spades are going to be pretty good for them.
Yeah, I mean, with 3-3 spades.
My goodness, this is going to be like 70 something.
Heart king on side.
Yeah.
I mean, this could make over tricks.
They got to 4 spades. And
It probably went like pass, and North opened the bidding. Did Steve open that hand?
it
I,
went.
I sincerely doubt that.
Yeah, I doubt it too.
Here.
I mean, God, the spades are coming in for 4 tricks also.
So it went 2 diamonds by East Herdman with 3-2. Wow, 3-2-5-3-4 count there on the East hand. So
After
really,
it went pass.
yeah, pass. So 2 diamonds in third chair, and
Right.
Bobby bid 2 spades. Steve just bid 3 diamonds, and then
Steve's
it
got to
went-
do something.
Then it went
Yeah.
4 hearts by Bobby, 4 spades. So that's how they got there.
Mm.
I wonder if they play 2-0 in that auction as a fit, or if they play it natural. A lot of people play 2-0 as like always.
Meaning where Stevie kind of bids 3
Where
diamonds because he
Steve,
doesn't
right.
have 2-0 trump as an option. Exactly. That seems kind of
Yeah.
like what's happening there.
because it feels very much like a natural 2-0
Yeah,
trump.
exactly,
Right,
Adam.
like-
That's exactly what I was thinking too. So that you're right. That could be exactly why they ended in 4 spades. Here,
Is he just gonna take the
can you guys
rest of the
believe this?
tricks?
This is amazing.
Like he says stuff like a round suit squeeze now.
Yeah, because he's gonna play 2 more rounds of spades. Yeah,
Hey, he just has the rest of the tricks now.
guys,
Wow.
we just
Boy.
witnessed a train come through at the end of that set.
I feel like I've been punched by Mike Tyson.
80 and
Okay,
like-
okay. Let's
that
roll that one
was a
back a
stretch.
little bit.
Yeah, that was a stretch. You wouldn't be standing. Yeah.
You would be dead. What happened here is we watched some friends of ours get smacked around at bridge a little bit.
But you think
7
I couldn't take a punch from Mike Tyson?
You could.
One
You might
punch?
survive, but
I
well, guys-
strongly feel that you could not take a punch from.
Look-
I think I could take one punch.
look at the
One
scoreboard.
punch.
Just look at. In fact, sorry guys, let me give you to a better view table here to see this full score. But after board 50, it went. Now I think 73 is my number. Is it 23, 35, 37, 49, 76 straight imps? just steamrolled on all these boards, and they need to lick their wounds and come back tomorrow. A
I mean,
lot of
it's
time left. I mean, this
just
could
from a
easily flip.
psychological point of view, it's if you're gonna have a set like this, it's probably best to have it at the end of the day,
Definitely.
so you can like have a beer, regroup, get some rest.
And
You know,
really, you have to think about it. You have 100, so you have 60 boards left to make up 80 imps, and that has happened many, many times before, and it will
Sure.
happen again. So
Right. I mean, if this set can happen this way, it can happen the other way, right?
clearly,
Like,
exactly.
uh,
But it's got to feel good for Fleischer to just close out the night in that just really impressive fashion.
and
And
I mean, both pairs on the nickel team will probably be surprised that it's this big, right? Like usually you have
sure,
a set this bad, you know it.
yeah,
But
yeah.
like they had a few bad results at each table, but like nothing
It's
egregious.
just all
And then
piled on
just
top of each other.
everything, you know. Oh, I bid four spades and it went down. That's normal. And then, oh, they bid three no at the other
Yeah, yeah.
table.
How'd they do that?
Damn,
Yeah,
right,
right.
where like if he had transferred with his supposed zero count, South would have bid four spades anyway,
sure, sure.
and they just did 3-0. Like you don't even see it coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining. It
I
was
agree with June.
super exciting to watch.
It would be better to not have a set like this at all.
Yeah, yeah,
Strongly
totally,
agree. But if
totally
you have
agree.
to have a
Yeah.
set like this, I'd rather it not be set three.
Yeah,
Where now
any set where you have to turn around and go right back in
Go-
is just got to be really tough to
Yeah.
manage. So it is nice to have this off. And tomorrow we have 4 more to
Okay.
go, gentlemen, and we will see who's victorious. And Adam, I think I'm seeing you in
I'll
at
be here
least the
sets
morning session.
two and
Yes,
2 and 3 tomorrow.
2 and
Cool.
3. I
and
thought
3.
maybe 1 and something. Maybe I don't know. Whatever. I'll look at.
I
this.
think I have 2 and 3 on my calendar,
All
but
right,
if it's
good.
different,
If
you
it's
can
2
let
and
me
3,
know.
then I will see you for those as well. So,
Thanks,
Greg,
Stitch.
if we don't
Yeah.
see you again,
Well,
amazing having you with
I
us.
will be in the audience if not.
All right.
if
Well,
not
you have
on the
carte
thing.
blanche to join at any time, so you let me
All right.
know, and the link will come your way. And thanks for joining on Twitch and YouTube, folks. Great comments, great questions,
Yes.
and as always.